Okay, so start of the raid, all you gotta do is follow these lamps, avoid the holes, and just get to the end. Step on a plate, activate the bridge, wait for the bridge to go up, and you're done basically. So this is how it goes. It's pretty much just a running simulator. Lots of thrall. Gonna want to keep your way to darkness low. And of course the meta in this game is very different. As you can see, I'm using a sword. These are all the holes you gotta watch out for. Be a hole here, yeah. Big hole. Around that. Should be at night at this one. Yep. Of course, I have a lot less sources of healing as solo walk in this game too. Now in D2 I'd be running my forbearance and have infinite health at all times. Should be a hole right here. And one on the left. Big hole. Gonna have to grab that ammo actually. Maybe at night. Up this hill is a hard part. You can't really see the lantern until you're already partly up it, and there's holes along the way that you can't see until you're pretty much right next to them. That's really the hardest one. Mostly because of the night. And the holes. Just want to step on the plate until it turns on. Back to the lantern. Put on this rock in D1. Probably won't let you do this in D2. Then you just chill. And this one ogre spawns. And we kill him and we're home free basically. So yeah, in D1, this is the, when you're solo, this is kind of the cheese. You just step on the plate and the bridge forms without you needing to be on the plate. So I bet they'll make this so you actually have to stand on the plate the whole time probably in D2. Because this is stupid, as you can see. Because normally, in this encounter, the normal way you're supposed to do it, without the cheese, if you if you kill a bunch of thrall, it's gonna keep spawning wizards, ogres, and knights. But since I don't have to do that here, nothing can harm me because the thrall can't get up here. And it only spawns on one ogre. But they're definitely going to touch that up. And as soon as you see it, the path forward is clear. Even though the bridge doesn't look like it might be fully formed, it's good. As you can see, you can walk across. In this part, you might want to turn down your brightness for it. It gets very bright. But you just run into the light. And then when you make it to the end, you're done. Okay, so yeah, that's it. And this is the bridge encounter that we'll be talking about next. Okay, so this is the bridge encounter. Probably actually the most mechanically challenging encounter in this raid in D1. So all you need to do in this encounter is you have your middle plate, and when you stand on that, forms the bridge. But you have these two annihilator totems, one on the left, one on the right, and if nobody is standing in this little area under it, when forming the bridge, it will automatically wipe. So somebody always has to be under this totem and that totem if the bridge is being formed or formed. And continuously while the bridge is being formed, you're gonna have hive sword bearers. They're like orange knights. Spawn in this room, always spawn in this room in D1. They'll come out of here, then they'll run down. They either run to the left, middle, or the right, and you kill the sword bearer. He drops his sword, and when you run across the bridge with the sword, one player, and you cannot go across the bridge without the sword. If you don't have a sword, you'll just die. So when you make it to the other side, there is going to be another sword bearer knight. This time it's a blue sword bearer. It's a blue knight. And what you want to do is just kill that knight with the sword. And when you kill the knight with the sword, you just stay over there. Your job is done for now. So the goal is to get 3 people across. And once 3 people are across, you can see there's the same thing on the other side. You have that middle plate to form the bridge, and 2 annihilator totems. So your whole goal is to get 3 people across, and then you do the same thing you're doing on this side, on the other side. So you have one person stand to form the bridge, and then one under each totem to stop wipe, while of course killing adds. There's going to be constant adds coming from all sides for each of the middle plate and both totems. They can come out of this door, that door, down there, over there, and of course this center door on this side, and on the other side of the arena there's a door on the left and right in the middle. The sword bearer in D1 always comes out of this left door in the middle, and you're gonna have wizards come out of left and right on that side. There's no wizards that come out on the side that I'm on right now, but there are wizards that come out on the other side. So this is what happens when you cross the bridge in Crota. But I'm gonna swordfly since I'm alone. So you end up on this side, and you just kill this gatekeeper knight, and then you're done. This is how we do it in D1 when you want to solo. Okay, so once you've killed your 5 gatekeeper knights, you'll see that 5 of these statues of the 10 are lit up like that, and a bunch of these swords are gonna spawn here on this side. And all you have to do now is the game is gonna spawn a ton of ads, a ton of sword knights, and you just gotta kill them. And then when that's done, it's gonna spawn a bunch more of these gatekeeper knights, these blue guys, and they can only be killed with a sword for you. So you just pick one of these up and then slap them. But yeah, it gets very hectic with one person here. Where's this guy? I'm gonna kill him. He's extra. Oh my god, there's so many. This is why self-res is broken. 'Cause I can just do that. Doesn't matter if I die, as long as I have a super. Now it matters though. I'm gonna back off. Just gonna chill. Okay, here are all the gatekeepers. When a bunch of these guys come out, you're almost done. Just gonna finish off the rest of the regular knights. They're hiding. Come on, gatekeepers, this way. Yep. Then when you get your loot, you're done. And as you can see, all these statues will have lit up. So that's the end of Bridge. So, when you're done Bridge, you head into this hallway, and this is kind of like a mini encounter, where if you're fast enough, you can get the chest at the end. But you can really only do that in a team. So, all you have to do here is just, there's two Shriekers, and all you have to do is kill the Shriekers, and then the barrier will disappear when the Shrieker is dead. I hate the D1 Shriekers though, because they send these little tracking balls at you that deal a ton of damage. Very annoying. And they're all infinitely spawn in here as well, so. Wish I had another rocket. That would be nicer. Okay, thankfully it's not super strong in this room. run the death balls. And then we can just jump over the thrall. But yeah, literally all you gotta do is kill the Shriekers to open those doors, and as I said, if you're fast enough, this door will be open and there's a secret chest behind there. And the next encounter will be down this hole. Okay, so for the Death Singer or Ear Ute encounter, all you're gonna need to do is, it's quite simple. It's just pretty much clear the ads in the room on both sides. So normally when you have a full squad, you're gonna split into teams of 3 left and 3 to the right. Everybody kills their ads and they spawn in a specific order. So there's just gonna be ads that are already spawned in, and then once you clear out most of those ads, there's gonna be a wizard that spawns on both sides, and then when the wizard is killed, a Shrieker will open up on both sides. Once the Shriekers are dead on both sides, the doors protecting the boss will open up, and then you can just wail on the boss and kill her. She's not very strong in Destiny 1, so it's very easy as a encounter. The only thing that will get you killed in this encounter at the moment in D1, subject to change of course, is this is a timed encounter. The Death Singer song will kill you if you're not fast enough. And I believe it's either 2.5 or 3 minutes long that you have to clear this area. I'll show you around the room. It's the same room you'll be doing Crota in later. Literally, you just run around and kill everything. Death balls. Make sure you kill those knights in the tower, by the way, very important to clear those guys out. Yeah, kill the wizards. Shrieker opens up. Shrieker. You hear the door open behind you. Just make sure you don't get hit by those death balls that are still chasing me. I'm just gonna go the other side. There's also a couple knights in the room with the boss that are gonna be protecting it. Again, they're not very strong when you have Raid Later. Like, this boss is such a pushover in this game, like, no health. There, done. That's the encounter. Definitely gonna change that one up, but that's what it is right now. Okay, so once you're done killing the Death Singer, you're on the last encounter, which is Crota. So before we start, I'm gonna kind of take you on a tour of the room. So to start the boss, you step on this plate where this crystal is. Every player has to do it to start the encounter. And when you start the encounter, there's going to be a shield on this door and a shield on this door that pop up, and a bunch of ads are going to spawn, and you just wait till the shield drops. It drops automatically. You don't have to do anything to drop the shield, you just gotta wait. And you just clear the enemies on both sides. Just ideal to split into teams of 3. Now, one thing to keep in mind in Crota, in D1, you cannot heal in Crota unless you have a special thing called the Chalice of Light. all it does is allows you to heal if you have it on you. It spawns on top of this structure here. It's just like light sitting on the floor. You just interact with it, pick it up. Whoever has it can heal, and it can be passed in between any player. Just through interaction. So when you come into your rooms, you're gonna have some knights up here, both towers. And if you kill the knights, all of them, you can kill one. There should be two. If you kill the one, you'll be fine. But if you kill two, it'll spawn a wizard, and those wizard will go fly over to this platform and protect Crota. And of course, Crota mainly stands over here. But he will also, in between phases, come either to this plate or this plate. So always watch out for these knights because they can snipe you. But also you don't want to be killing both of them because you don't want to spawn that wizard, because that wizard's gonna fuck your team up when you try to go for damage. So your sword guy, what he's gonna do is come down here to where I'm sitting. He's gonna grab the chalice of light. Sword bearer comes right out of this door right here. What you want to do is just kill the sword bearer, and you're gonna run up to these rocks, and you're just gonna sit here, right here. Ideally, you have a teammate running a bubble titan, because at least in Destiny 1, the sword's damage can be buffed through using a titan bubble. I wouldn't recommend using well in D2 because Crota will definitely one-shot in contest mode. He's always one-shot no matter what. So you ideally want to have the bubble so you could just dip in and out of it. The well, you have to be standing in it for the damage bonus, of course. But the bubble, you just have to pass through it. So you just get your buff from the bubble while you're chilling here, and you're just waiting. You're gonna have your teammates are gonna be sitting way back over here. There's a I think they might get rid of this to make it a little more challenging. But there's a nice little ledge right here. Oh yeah, I forgot. They did put an invisible wall there. Hold on. But there is... I think you can still stand on this part. Oh, okay, no, it's right here. Used to be able to stand on this thing and it was really easy. But now they made it so it's a little less safe, but it's still pretty safe. If you stand right here, right in this spot, the knights won't be able to see you from this tower, the boomer knights, because you'll be behind this little wall. And these knights over here are just too far away. They won't be able to... The AI won't be able to notice you. So all you're doing is just waiting for your sword bearer, your teammate to call out, just to say to down Crota, basically, and you're just gonna fire your Gallahorn or tracking rockets at Crota, because you need to deal a lot of damage quickly to down Crota, or else his shield regens very fast. So once Crota is downed, you're just running up to him with the sword bearer. Your sword bearer is gonna be here. Once Crota goes down, you're gonna run up. You're gonna smack him. Sometimes you can get 3 heavies off if your timing's good. Usually you gotta preemptively run up before he goes down though, for those extra hits, which can be risky, but is somewhat consistent. So you're just gonna smack him. Once he gets back up, you usually get 2 heavies off and a light attack, or 3 heavies off and maybe an extra light attack if your timing's good. You're just gonna run back into your bubble, which will be here, and then you're gonna call the down Crota again. Once his shield's back up, down him again, same thing. Smack him with the sword, and sometimes you can get a if your timing's really good with the sword, because the sword will only last a certain amount of time. You can get a 3rd damage phase off with the sword, but I don't know if I'd recommend doing that unless your timing is pretty much perfect. Also, of course, your sword has a super, and if you get your super up on the sword, remember to use that because it deals way more damage than the heavy attacks or the light attacks. So use that sword super if you have it. And another mechanic, which is a white mechanic, this very big green ball here is in, well, it's not spawned in now, but in front of it is basically just going to spawn in another big green ball called the Oversoul. It spawns in the normal mode that I'm in now. It spawns in every time somebody dies. Um, and basically all it does is just sits there and you can damage it, but if it stays up for too long, it just wipes your team. So you need to destroy it very fast, and it has a good amount of health, so you need high damage weapons to be able to kill it. But what I'm assuming is you're going to introduce the hard mode version of the Oversoul, and the hard mode version of it pops up every time you take out Crota's shields. So it happens much more frequently in hard mode. And when Crota's enraged as well, after if you take too long to kill him, it just constantly spawns Oversouls. The one good thing about enrage is if you can deal with the Oversouls, you can keep downing Crota, and you are just able to kill him. But it's very hard to manage both downing Crota and keeping those Oversouls in check, because they constantly spawn in. So you usually pretty much it's always a wipe if you get to enrage anyways, but you can kill him if he's enraged and he's weak. You can down him and sword him before the Oversoul wipes a team. Okay, one thing I forgot to mention when I first recorded this was that you're gonna have, after 2 damage cycles, you're gonna have ogres spawn in this side room under the towers where the knights normally spawn in. That side room over there. And then one will spawn kind of in this middle area, and you're just gonna want to kill those guys. Also, they're just gonna destroy anybody who tries to go down there, which is usually gonna be your sword bearer. Yeah, let's get started. Crota has this very badass spawn animation, and I hope they keep. He'll just sit up there for now. So what we're gonna do is just clear all these enemies. Head out. Doesn't matter what side you head out of, really, but that's a sword bearer. Run down, pick up the chalice. Wait for the sword bearer to spawn in. Kill him. Grab the sword. As solo player, I have to down him myself, but your teammates are gonna do this. See, I gotta drop the sword down and you just smack it. Run back. Down him again. Smack him again. And then you just leave. And yeah, the sword just disappears when your damage phase is done. And all you do now, and this may change, but literally you just wait. And he's gonna rotate over to either the left or right side, and he's just gonna chill here. You're just gonna look at him. You can wave. He'll point at you if you wave. But yeah, all you're doing now is you're literally just waiting. He'll just, when he's ready for damage again, he'll run back to that center platform. But yeah, that's all you have to do for Destiny 1 Crota. Just chill. As you can see, the sword bearer is already spawned in. You could, it's not that I can't damage him here too. You can damage him when he's here. It's just not ideal to down him here. because he's right outside the door, and if you run out there, he's gonna slam you, and you're dead. But yeah, that's pretty much all you have to do for D1 Crota, in a nutshell. And now we can just finish him off.